have met Tim the Toolman Taylor. I've met Danny McBride. I've met the Bradley, goes by Brad, Cooper. Takes the cake for being one of the most down-to-earth people. Welcome back to Idiots with Class. I'm Scott, and today I have one of the coolest stories on a recent trip to Nashville. So here we go. So first, shout out to House of Manners for telling me about Nashville Cigars. It's right across the street from, I believe it's the Bluebird Cafe, the real famous cafe where a lot of country stars play at there in downtown Nashville. And let me tell you, this place was really cool. It was a nice lounge, had like on the left side when you walked in, and it had this long string of cabinets. They had pipes, they had humidors, and all kinds of really cool stuff in there. You get to the end, and they had a little bit of pipe tobacco down there, and a few pipes. They had a huge, nice lounge, a lot of chairs, quite a few tables, had a nice bar there too, serving, and it was actually a really cool vibe, really cool place. So when I first get there, I had to run to the bathroom. So I asked the guy where the bathroom is, and he points upstairs. I didn't even know there was an upstairs. So I go traveling down this little, kind of a cool, narrow little hallway, and all of a sudden there was a stairwell. So as you're going up these stairs, they have this nice, really cool sign. I think it was Uptown Smoke Shop or Uptown Cigars. But you walk up the stairs, there's a chair up there you can sit in if you want to just have a lonely smoke, I guess. Now, when you got to the top of the stairs, there was this really cool room off to the side there. It was called the boardroom. This place was giving me, some, I guess you could say like an old classic speakeasy type vibes. They had like this whole seating area with about 5 or 6 chairs you could sit in. They had some high tops if you wanted more like the bar type feel. And they had this nice huge table in the back if you want to just have like a conference. Very cool. And the coolest thing is you could rent this room out should you ever want to. So if you ever find yourself in the Nashville area and want to rent out a nice room for a board meeting or whatever, check out the boardroom there at Nashville Cigars. Now, of course, that wasn't the end of the story. I didn't want to regale the tale of the time I went to the bathroom. So let's get to the cool part of the story. And this humidor, oh man. So they had a huge, nice, big Davidoff collection. They had a bunch of different, well, really all the types of cigars you ever wanted to see. And then I looked down to the middle section here. And oh man, I've heard about Opus X. I've been had an Opus X courtesy of House of Manners. But to see every single type of Opus X out in the open for anybody to buy, man, let me tell you what, that's awesome. So they had every type of cigar you can think of. They got all these Opus X's out there. I've never tried any of them. I'm also not going to spend $50 on a cigar. So what did I do? Well, I walked around the thing about 7 times and didn't have the first clue of what I wanted or what I was really looking at. I wanted a cool deal. I wanted something nice. I wanted a nice cigar. But I don't really know that much about cigars. I know a few things, but not much. So I'm making lap after lap. I got a few cigars I like. Shout out to Snob Free Cigar Smokers for recommending the Hemingway short story. Fantastic smoke. Highly recommend that. Thanks, David. But I don't want to get what I already had. I wanted something new, something different, maybe something hard to find. If they have Opus X's, they must have something kind of coveted, something rare, something really good. So I'm walking around, and around. I don't have a clue what I'm looking for. Don't have a clue what I'm actually looking at. And this guy walks in. This guy looked familiar. I just couldn't quite place it. Could have been in a movie, could have been, I don't really know where I knew him from, but he had to be somewhere and he had to be somebody. I walk up to him, he turns around, and he says to me, he goes, "Hey, I recognize you. You're the host of that YouTube channel." I was like, "Yes, I am." He said, "Scott, Idiots with Class." I said, "Hey, yes, I am. Glad to meet you. Who are you?"
Yeah, right.
Okay, before I finish the story, that's a lie.
We know. Believe me, we know.
And I introduced myself. I said, "Hey, do I know you from somewhere?" He kind of smiled and he goes, "You do. My name is Michael." And he reached out to shake my hand, and it clicked. It's Michael Knowles. If you've ever seen the Daily Wire, ever heard of him? It's Michael Knowles. But I was like, hey, I'm actually more of a pipe smoker. And then at that point, he goes, well, I'm actually a bit of a pipe smoker too. Didn't know that random fact about Michael Knowles. He smokes a pipe, he said 2 to 3 times a year because he can't quite get the packing right. Hey, I get it, been there. So I said, well, being a pipe guy, I really don't know much about cigars. I do smoke, Hemingway, short stories, the Oliva V Melanios. Then he looked at me and he said, well, I don't know if you know this, but I have my own line of cigars. Now, I'm not trying to pressure you. I don't want you to think I'm just trying to sell my cigars, but since you mentioned you like the Melanios, let me show you this line of cigars called the Mayflowers. It shows me his 3 Mayflowers. I think there's Dawn, Dusk, and Dream, I believe. And he said, do you like the Melanios as they are or the Melanio Maduros? I went, oh, good question. Not the Maduros. So yeah, we're gonna go with the regular one. And he goes, well, little random fact not a lot of people know is that the Melanios are made in the same factory as my Mayflowers. And the Dusk is made right next to the Melanios. So if you like Melanios, you're probably gonna like this Mayflower Dusk. So I'm like, well, really? Okay. Well, let me pick up one of those Mayflower Dusks. And so yes, I am holding in my hand right now, enjoying a cigar that was handled by Michael Knowles himself. This is fresh from Michael's hands to mine. So of course, I had to buy it, I had to get it. And let me tell you what, this is a pretty good stick. If you've never had it before and you like the Melanios, you're probably gonna really like this one. First off, when I first lit it up, I got some kind of notes of maybe like a cocoa, a chocolate with a little bit of oak mixed in. And as I'm getting into it, there's just the ever slightest hint like a black pepper. And the more I get into it, I start to get just a slight taste of like a kind of like a nutty type flavor. So good. And I'm not gonna say this is better than a Melanio, but it may be. Maybe it's just the fact it's not box pressed. I don't know. But really good stick if you ever checked it out. So the owner of Nashville Cigars walks in the humidor, looks at him, looks at me, looks at him, looks at me, then back to him and says, everything all right in here? And Michael Knowles, fantastic guy, said, oh yeah, we're good. But I think I'm ready to check out. And so Michael Knowles, before he walks, I said, hey, real quick, I would love a quick pick. So here you go. And not to flex too much, but I have met Tim, the Toolman Taylor. I've met Danny McBride. I've met the Bradley, goes by Brad, Cooper. All cool, pleasant interactions, very brief, but Michael Knowles takes the cake for being one of the most down-to-earth people to actually have a conversation with moi. I'm pretty sure it's because he watches my channel a lot.
We don't believe that.
Probably not. I'll leave you with this parting thought. If you're ever in Nashville, check out Nashville Cigars. Fantastic humidor, awesome staff, very nice people, a great boardroom upstairs. Go check them out. Very cool place. And also, go to your local cigar shop. You never know who might be lurking around in the corner, or you might meet in the humidor. It could be the Michael Knowles. Have you ever met somebody famous? Let me know in the comments. And as you're heading that way down to the comments, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.